Hey, it's us. Once and always again.
I felt the song coming, JT.
I would have snapped it in.
Move on. I felt the song coming.
Here for another quick episode of Iyanla Fix My Life. I'm JT, this Mike B.
Oh, Mike B.
Yeah. Part 2.
34 kids.
34 kids.
I'll never get over that.
Mr. J, what he say? I don't have a problem with what I created. That's where we start.
Oh, that what he said?
Yes. I heard that in their little snippet, when they go back.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I didn't know. I should have wrote that down last time. I didn't hear that.
Nah,
I heard it this time. He's talking about I didn't have a problem with what I created. Usually that's what people with problems say. We back with Jay. I guess I remember it was just him and Iyanla outside talking, but it seemed like it was only like for 5 minutes. And the only thing I got out of it was she was like, "No booty calls, like no more of that." And she was like, "Are you writing it down? Write it down, right, right there. No booty calls, no more. You can't have like." If you're trying to be serious about it, you can't have all these relations with these women.
Can I pause you? I know I just did. But like, even just thinking about this show and the fact that he called Iyanla, I don't understand why. Like, what was his why? Like, why did he call her? Like, what does he want out of
his involvement with this show seemed like it's almost court order. You done left so many We'll talk about the example. Because it's like somebody made you do, like, you called her.
You called Iyanla to
fix your goddamn life.
But if you're not trying to like get a vasect, like, what does he feel like his issue is? I don't think I know.
I don't have a problem with what I created. That's Jay.
I don't have a problem with what I created.
So what?
Why are we here? Now, don't get me wrong. It makes for good TV because I'm into this shit. Yeah. Usually, Iyanla start with the first episode with a celebrity, and I'm like, this ain't the third show.
She, it's with that buzz.
Yes, it's regular, but I didn't think this first episode was gonna be, or the first episode was gonna be nothing. And then I found it was gonna be 3 parts. Like, 3 parts for what? This man got a lot of kids, but I'm enjoying it. Okay, back. I'll push play. I'm sorry. I just wanted to know if you thought about that. Like, why are we even here?
Exactly. That's what I said. It looked like it was just
court order. That makes sense.
It don't make no sense. But anyway, we move to we see another part of the family. The 2 sisters come in. I think one was older and the other one I think is younger. Don't ask me their names.
Well, I feel like that's common sense. One was older and the other one was younger.
I mean, people don't know.
Older than him.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you were saying.
Oh.
Like, one sister was older than the other one. That's how dumb it is. I'm like, this dude.
I'm waiting for you to bring it home. Like, there's no other way I could.
He got one sister that was older than the other sister, and then the other one was younger than the other.
You made me think I was dumb. I'm like, no.
You was making me think you was dumb.
That still don't sound good.
Oh, Melina and Kalima. That was the sister's name.
Oh, that's too much.
They seem like African or something.
I don't know.
Whatever. We met the sisters.
We met the sisters, and she was asking, "Well, how you feel about your brother?" And both of them, the younger one was like, it's just nasty.
Yeah.
She said earlier, dirty. Yeah, I just thought the dirty and nasty. Now it's almost like
she kind of. I felt like she understood kind of why he was doing what he was doing.
Well,
that's what I got from it.
I don't say she takes it with a grain of salt, but it's an understanding now that this is how he gonna be. This is real life.
After kids with 10 women, I feel like you just kind of stop really caring about what your brother got going on because he don't care. Yeah. And you ain't got to take care of the kids really, so whatever. He's just one of them dudes.
And so she brought her in, and then she brought the mother in. No, it was the sisters, and then the girls.
The baby mama started showing up.
we start off with old Shantae. She first comes in the door. She sits down. Shantae has 4 kids with Jay. She sits her down, and you know they're just chit chatting, you know, shooting shit. And then it reminded me of Coming to America when the daddy was trying to sit down with Akeem and old girl, and then old Soul Glow was at the door, and the music, and he trying to go in, and you know, at the end of it, Dottie sick. You know, can't you get that through your greasy head? She don't want you no more. I mean, how she's just going back to the door with all these women. It don't remind you.
I mean, I don't remember. That's what I'm trying to. I don't remember that scene.
That disappoints me, might be. I should make a Coming to America reference.
And I should know.
And you should know.
I do apologize, sir. But that's what it reminded you of.
And then number 2, Aisha. She has 1 child with
But you thought you like she's the lucky one.
Yeah,
like,
I'm thinking that
she was the only one that got away with 1.
No. Then Charmaine came in. She has 3 boys with him. And then Nicole comes in with 1, and it was a little rift between Charmaine and Nicole. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. And then the 5th one that they had was Iyanla. She has 1 with them, and this the one that the son never met him, and he doesn't know the dad. Period.
Right.
And she wants to keep it that way.
Yeah, she's trying to protect. She said she's trying to protect her.
I think he's like 11 or 12, and
is he that old?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she just don't, you know, hey.
She also mentioned that she didn't know anything about his other baby mamas until she was contacted by the show. Yeah. So evidently, she just didn't want her child to be a part, know who Jay was, because Jay wasn't trying to be a part of his life anyway. So.
And she was like, you know, it's not that I didn't want him to know his siblings. It was just the situation at hand. She probably already know the situation what they're going through, and didn't want to do that. It's hard to argue that, because you know what situation you're going to put him in, but still, you know. He needs to know his father. At least know who he is. At least let him have a choice if he wants, you know. But 11 and 12, I think I'll give that to them now. Yeah. You know, they have age, you know, where they can have somewhat of a mature mind about it. I wouldn't say mature mind, but I mean, maybe they can understand something, or they can make a decision somewhat if it's guided by her. You know, if it's a good guidance with it.
I feel like once he starts asking, just let him know.
Yeah. But I think, to me, how she was saying it, like almost like if he asks, you know, it's just a non-issue.
Jesus is your daddy. It's one of those.
Forgive him, Lord. Forgive him. And it was funny how. You know, she as Iyanla was going back and forth getting the women, she was like, "So, do you know her?" And she was like, "Yes." And so she went back, and the 3rd one came. So, do you all know each other? They were like, "Yes." Oh, okay, good. This is good. Like, but it brought a light bulb. Also, like, you know these women, and yet
they're still having babies with their baby daddy.
And that's where I come at.
Because they said there was at least 3 of them that they were pregnant all around the same time.
I'm like, well, 5 the lucky number. All of them had like 5-year-olds, you know. And this is just the only 5 that they brought to the show. And so that was my question. I'm like, I can give everybody a child. I can give you that one. Maybe you didn't know. Maybe you lied to you. Maybe you just dumb one time or you know, you was freaky one night. Whatever the reason, you know, babies get conceived. That happened,
right?
But once you know, or once you experience how he is with the first one,
and you go back,
you
have multiple.
Not even knowing the other one, just the experience you had with your child. With
he wasn't taking care of that one child.
Yeah, he wasn't being. He might have paid some bills. But he wasn't there.
Like they made it seem like he just had the gift of gab. Like he was making promises and he was believable. They believed the shit he was feeding.
What's her name? Shantae, that was her thing. She like,
but she had that the light skinned one.
That was the one before. They cried the whole time. She was with him.
But she said that we are trying to like work on a relationship right now.
That's when Iyanla said, "Do anybody else
still having a sexual relationship with it?"
Yeah, that was Nicole and goddamn, it's too many of them. And Shantae,
Nicole was the one who had the bad attitude.
Yes,
with Charmaine.
Mm. And their little riff was because they were best friends. I'm guessing, and Nicole was saying like Charmaine knew that they were in a relationship.
And she interjected herself. She kept using that word. She interjected herself in a relationship. So she is holding a grudge against her friend, but kind of giving Jay a pass, which
she's weird. Still hitting it.
That's weird when I see women do that, like as if. Just listening to them, like they understand that Jay is an asshole who ain't doing shit for his kids, but I feel like they still have a little bit of sympathy for him. Like they still kind of understand why he did some of the things he did, and I'm like, there's no justification for what this man did.
I can see her being upset with her friend, but not to have any, qualms about him.
Yeah,
she didn't seem like she didn't say not one thing bad about him.
She
really
was like over it, like she was over that situation.
But she's still in a relationship with the man. Hey, I mean, did you just come off the dump truck?
JT, I don't get it.
And yet you holding a grudge with this woman,
as if like maybe they don't even have to like interact with each other anymore.
Yes.
So why are you still dwelling on old shit like that? And they gonna have the nerves later on in the episode to ask Iyanla and them like, why are we still talking about this? That situation is over and done with.
You're still over there with
that messed up face. You still got an attitude and you still giving this negative vibe in the meeting. Then evidently you're not over it, Nicole.
I didn't understand her. Cause she had everybody coming.
But I feel like that's how a lot of I can't even say a lot. That's how some women. I learned to not generalize too much. That's how some.
If it's a lot that you've experienced, it's a lot.
Well, that's the two women that I've experienced. They do. They get angry at their friend. They feel like they should have known better. You knew. She said, "Old girl was on my house every day." She knew we was in a relationship. So now she gonna come on the show and start talking to, telling these lies like she didn't know, trying to be all innocent. I ain't here for that.
See, if I was in that situation, I would have to be mad at the person that I have the relationship with.
Especially after Jay, she said Jay told her that he like approached Charmaine's and he tried her and she accepted.
She said, "What type of shit is that?"
And y'all was like, "But you mad at her when he confessed this to you?" They all giving him a pass, JT.
That ain't even a pimp line. That's just
it's stupid.
Yeah,
it don't even sound like clever.
Yeah, it ain't even smooth.
No, it ain't smooth. But evidently, she didn't need smooth.
She didn't.
Don't let the smooth taste fool you. I don't know what to say about it. The only thing I can say, I feel like I think her name is Iyanla. I feel like she got it right by basically distancing herself from this guy once she realized he wasn't really up to no good.
Yeah,
I feel like she
her right and Aisha, stopped that. Aisha was the dark skinned one, right in the middle. The one that the son does know his dad, but she was the one that his daughter.
Yeah,
she was like, I just want him to.
If he say he gonna take her for ice cream and all that stuff.
Yeah, and Iyanla was like, but
I still feel like she's still sympathetic towards him.
I mean, she can have a heart, but you don't have to go back though.
But I feel like if he came over and was like, "Hey, this is what it is," she'd take it back.
When the juices are flowing, might be, and she might be horny that night.
Yeah, she gonna end up pregnant
because
evidently they don't know how to rectify that situation.
And that's another thing. I'm like, what? How you let this man, just raw dog you all these times, and all these kids. I mean,
if he don't have to do nothing else, he know how to make kids.
And he said, I don't want to say this, but that's all I know how to do. It's out every time I'm in a relationship, have a child come out of it.
Don't that sound like old? Like I feel like my grandfather would say something.
It sounds like old 1930s, 40s, person, old country.
And 44. taking care of just as many kids.
I don't understand it, brother.
And I don't know why they say taking care of all these kids when evidently if the kids don't even know who you are, how are you taking care of them? Maybe it's
And she was, and Iyanla was like to the women, like, how do you, you know, how do you know what he wanted to do in life, or what was his plans?
Yeah, she asked Nicole, because Nicole's wanted to act like, you know, like she knew him the most, you know.
And she was like, so what he do? What's his plan? Yeah. And she's like, he want to leave a legacy
for his kids.
And she's like, for what?
Yeah, that's so generic. He wants to be a good
legacy of what?
One day.
That you got 35 other brothers and sisters, and 8 stepmore or however he adopted. I don't know, man. It leads you to the point where you start talking and pausing, you know, like I'm doing now. You just can't you can't fathom what's going through this man's head every time he lay down with these different.
But you know, to me, like I want to feel sorry for these women. But then
I can't, brother.
I can't feel sorry for you when you knew
what was going down.
For the ones that knew he had multiple kids.
Yes.
And then after, like you said, after he had the first child that he wasn't taking care of.
I give you that first. He might have lied to you, put some game on you, okay. But they seem like they know each other. They know they got so many kids with this man. And the thing is, this was just 5.
It sounds so trailer parkish.
I don't care. It's trifling.
They all live in the same apartment building. Something crazy like that had to go on.
Iyanla was saying, like, this is for the children, and so I need to basically get it together for them, because right now the daddy is a mess.
Right.
You know.
And you know, we have to. Well, they have to realize that the kids still have to see each other. Well, they don't have to, because probably a lot of them don't even know about each other. But you would think that they would want their kids to have a relationship with their siblings.
Yeah.
And we saw Iyanla trying to empower them. Nicole was against it because she ain't got time for that. She just being bitter and
what she said, what was the word she used as basically I'm a whatever type of person. When the older sister said something to her.
What you talking about? When they brought the mother and they brought Jay's mother and his sister in with the women, kind of,
you know, basically a meet and greet. Like, do you know this person? Like, we met a couple of them.
Yes,
and the mama said, I know everybody except Iyanla. Yeah. And she said, I don't know them, and she you can tell her she asked, like, is your son here? Like, she wanted to meet him.
But she did say, like, he got so many kids. I can't really, imagine. Like, I don't think I had time.
And that's what she said
to everybody.
Yeah.
To all these kids.
I don't think I can. And then Iyanla was like, just scratch the normalcy of I guess a mother or grandparent,
or stepmother, and
relationship out the window, because this is not normal. And so. Basically, do what you can, goddammit.
Just try to do like something good.
Yeah,
let it be a positive. Always trying to promote and empower the women. I just felt like a lot of them, well, not even a lot of them, Nicole was being resistant. Like, that didn't make any sense.
Is that the word she used? I'm a resistant.
No,
it was some word that she used. Like,
she should have said, "I'm a lost cause." That's what she meant to say.
She's not lost cause.
That's what she said it about herself, and that's the attitude that she was presenting to the meeting. Like, don't worry about me. I ain't gonna get over it. Even though I say we're over it, I'm just gonna stay over here with this attitude. Yeah. Whatever. Let's move on. Like, who wants to be around somebody?
Why you here anyway? Then
I would have sent her home.
I would have. Yeah.
Like, you know what? We don't need you. We will drop your kids off. And then that's when we saw Iyanla start talking to some of his kids, some of his older kids, Jay's older kids.
Yes, she brought them in.
It was 3 daughters and his son, Jay. That may have been. I think that's his
Jay West.
Son. Yeah, Jay West.
And I think they're all probably 18 and older. They look like they're college age. And she brought them in, and she was like, basically, what's your perspective, or what's your view of your relationship with your father? And it's always the same, he's never there, or always promises things to us, and at this point, we're semi done.
We're over it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
But it reminded me of what Iyanla talked when she was talking with the mothers. She was like, this man has 34 kids. Like, exactly what do you expect from this man? Do you actually expect him to show up when he say he's going to show up? Do you think he has time to be there for you and your kids? Like, really? And then going back to the kids, like, dude, your daddy got too much on his plate that he put there. There's no excuse. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, honestly, does he have time to be there for you for your prom? He got 9 other proms to go to. If that's the case, you know,
proms for you.
It was so crazy. But the kids, they don't have no respect for him. They don't care about him, and they don't really at this point care to have a relationship with him. And I think I would probably feel the same way. Like, he's never been there for me. Right now, he's a thought. Like, one of the girls, like, we ain't seen him in 3 years. We ain't seen him in 2 years. Jay West was remembering it. Like, my father gave me a gun. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what?
Did he say he took it back? Or he gave it back?
Because he realized that it was wrong. But I'm like, what was going on in your life where your father was like, the best response from me as a father
is to give you a
gun.
And it's a teenager that you're giving a gun to.
Like, he made it very, you know, he made his point. I didn't do nothing with it, you know. I gave it back. You know? I'm like, we didn't think you killed nobody, brother, but it's still concerning that this was the kind of parenting that he thought you needed at the time.
To me, it was just like he did stuff just to appease. He never fathered.
But how could he?
I mean, like, you would think. But it seemed like at least the time he spent with him wasn't nothing. You can spend time. You can. To me, it's like you do better supervising 34 people than you do your kids. I mean, I'm saying if you can do that, people can do that and spend time and have individual time with people that they work. They have people working under them. You can find time. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of times where he's just sitting at home by himself.
Chill. No, he ain't by himself.
No, I mean
he's sitting at home with another girl. Not even thinking about having another baby.
I'm saying there's more times without a girl when he's just sitting at home. I'm pretty sure there is
where he could be probably even making a phone call,
or something, reaching out. How you doing? You know, I heard you. You know, I know you. You know, be involved.
Care.
I heard you had a test this weekend. Care. How'd you do about during the week? How'd you do on the test?
One of the daughters mentioned like when he does decide to call, he calls from a blocked number. Like he don't want me to have his phone number.
That is totally bro.
This your daddy. And I'm thinking, the only way I can justify that is like maybe he's using someone else's phone, and he don't want them to get it twisted. Don't think you reach me and call and ask me for my money.
How she said it's like that's how we do. And they gave their little qualms, and then he come downstairs, and Iyanla was like, "How do you feel that the people in this room, most of the people
like
in this
your kids,
don't like you?" And
I would be a little sad and frustrated. Like I can't believe that. I think I'm doing everything because he mentioned like
that's what he thinks.
Like I feel like he believes that the mothers of the kids are turning them against him. I think he has a little bit of that because he's like all the stuff that I do for them. I can't believe, or the things that I've done for them. I can't believe that this is kind of how they feel about me, as if I've never done anything.
To me, that goes back to what we said in the first episode. I think he's still on the monetary part of it. I someone provide for you. I don't think none of his kids have gone hungry. I think he provides monetarily, but as far as emotionally, you being there, me seeing you, me talking to you, us being on one accord, you being my father, you giving me good advice,
you even care,
as far as caring. And that goes a long way as far as kids. Do you?
Because I don't know shit about money right now.
People, period. Caring and love is the most important.
Throw a football with me. That might change my life.
And the thing is, and it's sad, but kids remember that, and and it brings comfort.
Don't let my memory of you be, my daddy gave me a gun. Let me see what you can do with that.
the one thing you don't want to advise your son to do or promote is violence. And the one thing
and
that
then you not
for a black male, you giving a black male a gun. I mean, you already putting him in a statistic that's not good, and then it seems like you giving him a gun, you adding him into another statistic that's not good. It's almost absolutes. It's either jail or dead. And right now, being a cop with a gun is not good either. So other than protecting yourself, why would you even? No,
we won't even understand this time, JT.
We won't go down that road. But they during that time period with him and the kids, they gave their little testimonies on how they felt
about the father,
and the one thing that the girl ended with, she was like, "It's not that we don't hate you.
That we don't hate you.
That we don't hate you.
Just what she said.
Yes, it's that we don't like you.
Okay.
They wash their hands.
So it's like it's not like we hate.
It's not that we build up hate. We pass that.
Yeah, we just don't like it.
When somebody just dismiss you or just ignore you, to me that's just even worse than hating. Because in hating, at least you have some type of feeling about that person to where you want to do something.
Right.
When you just if you don't like a person, I don't
just over.
I don't want nothing to do with it.
It's sad to be that way with your father or somebody that's supposed to be.
Or your kids feel that way to you. You know that.
And then remember, Iyanla asked him like, "Do you love your kids enough to like let them go? Like just let them live their lives. They're old enough to do their own thing. They don't like you."
My brother said, "This is a trick question."
Yeah, and I felt kind of where he was coming from. Like he didn't know she was gonna hit him with that.
Yeah.
Like, what you mean? Do I love my kids enough? Like I feel like letting them go ain't really love, and I think that's what he was thinking.
I think he let them go a long time ago.
Yes, and I agree. He let them go
they finally
let them go when he moved on to the next one.
Right on, Mike D. Right on. I agree, but I think a few of them right now they're just in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, they're just upset.
To me, how the girls. To me, I think the girls are just hurt. They don't have. I think it's different for girls as far as emotional. I mean, of course, men need men, but some men and mamas and daughters and fathers. It's just something with that, And I think they're just to the point where they're just hurt. But I think if he has time, and I think if he proves himself,
that's what it is. They don't like Iyanla said.
They don't trust you.
They don't have a reason to because you never did what you're supposed to do.
And when the one daughter said about the hate you, not hating whatever, and Iyanla kind of gave him a little rebuttal on that. Like it's not that that they don't love you. They just hurt and they don't trust you. Right. Like you said, And so that's pretty much, the second episode. They brought the wives and not wives, the girl, the
mothers, baby mamas,
the concubines, into the play, and then the kids, and now I think the third episode is just a culmination of everything,
and it don't seem like it's gonna go well. So I'm ready. It's sad. But I'm like, this. You set yourself up for failure, period, brother. I mean, ain't nothing I can do about it.
34 kids,
hey.
baby.
Anyway.
Till next time, folks.